What's up everyone, I'm Steven and welcome to my channel. This video is about altcoins to buy now. Today we are focusing on Monero. I'll talk about why Monero might see greater future adoption than Bitcoin as a currency and 4 other major advantages Monero has over Bitcoin. The most critical flaw in Bitcoin is its lack of privacy. If you give me your Bitcoin wallet address so that I can send you a payment, you immediately compromise your privacy. I can see as a matter of public record how much money you have in your Bitcoin wallet. There are messy workarounds to attempt to fix this problem, which we will address shortly. The same situation applies even if you are the one sending Bitcoin. Any recipient can then see how much money you have in your Bitcoin wallet, both now and in perpetuity. To understand how critical this privacy problem is, let's consider a few scenarios. In the first scenario, you are traveling through parts of a country with a medium to high violent crime rate. You need to use some of your Bitcoin to pay for something. If everyone you transact with knows exactly how much money you have, this is a threat to your personal physical safety. For scenario 2, you are a business that receives a payment from a supplier. That supplier will be able to see how much money your business has and therefore can guess at how price sensitive you are in future negotiations. They can see every single other payment you've ever received to that Bitcoin address, and therefore determine what other suppliers you're dealing with and how much money you're paying those suppliers. They may be able to roughly determine how many customers you have and how much you charge your customers. This is commercially sensitive information that damages your negotiating position enough to cause you relatively financial loss. Scenario 3. You're a private citizen paying for online goods and services. You're aware that it is common practice for companies to attempt to use price discrimination algorithms to attempt to determine the highest prices they can offer future services to you at, and you would prefer they did not have the information advantage of knowing how much you spend and where you spend it. Scenario 4. You sell cupcakes and receive Bitcoin as payment. It turns out that someone who owned that Bitcoin before you was involved in criminal activity. Now you're worried that you have become a suspect in a criminal case because the movement of the funds to you is a matter of public record. You're also worried that certain Bitcoins that you thought you owned will be considered tainted and that others will refuse to accept them as payment. Monero solves these privacy issues by automatically applying privacy techniques to every single transaction made. You can have confidence that it is not possible to own tainted Monero. This is a concept in economics known as fungibility and historically considered an important characteristic for any currency to have. The Bitcoin community has attempted to solve these problems by introducing mixing features. Their solutions have been described as a band-aid over a stab wound. Because everyone that uses Monero automatically has privacy features applied to their transactions, Monero has a huge advantage over other cryptocurrencies whose privacy features are only optional. You never have to request then verify whether other people have enabled a privacy mechanism when sending you funds, because privacy is always automatically applied to all transactions. Furthermore, the always-on nature of Monero's privacy features means that even if the majority of Monero users are not privacy sensitive, they will still automatically participate with the strengthening of the privacy mechanisms for other users that value privacy. What are the 4 major advantages Monero has over Bitcoin? Number 1. Monero's superior mining algorithm. Mining is the name given to running a program on a computer which verifies and processes the cryptocurrency transactions that other people announce to the worldwide network. Bitcoin had an interesting choice when it came to their mining algorithm. The Bitcoin algorithm runs dramatically faster on custom-made mining chips, known as ASICs, than on standard PCs and laptops. This means it is almost completely pointless for any ordinary computer user to attempt to participate in the mining process for Bitcoin, and leads to a relative concentration of miners in countries with the cheapest electricity costs. In contrast, the Monero mining algorithm was specifically designed such that ASICs will not have too much of an advantage over ordinary computers owned by the general public. This means people all over the world will be leaving mining software running on their home or work PCs. Those that do this will earn Monero in exchange for running the software that processes and verifies other Monero transactions. Therefore, if someone else is paying the electricity bill, an employer or university housing complex, then there will be a financial incentive for people to mine Monero, using the spare capacity of the computers they already have access to. Furthermore, people will be willing to casually use existing computers for this task than there would if they would need to purchase and install purpose-built ASIC mining hardware. Because no special mining equipment is required, means that it will be easy for anyone that downloads a Monero wallet to simply click a single button to start mining on their computer. With the lower barrier to entry, theoretically, this should dramatically increase the number of people participating in the Monero mining network versus Bitcoin. An important consequence will be that ordinary people who are interested in Monero will be to earn their first little bit of Monero by participating in the mining process. Number 2. Monero's adaptive block size limit. When transactions are announced to the Monero or Bitcoin networks, they appear as part of a block. Monero blocks are produced on average every 2 minutes, and Bitcoin blocks are produced on average every 10 minutes. Bitcoin blocks have a maximum size, so if there is no room, then your transaction will be delayed. If you're desperate to have your transaction included in a Bitcoin block promptly, you have to increase the transaction fees that you pay to the Bitcoin network. Monero, however, has been designed to have an automatically adaptive block size limit. This means it'll automatically be able to handle future increases in transaction volume, but automatically expanding the size of blocks to accommodate higher future transaction volumes. Number 3. An impressive integration of Invisible Internet Project I2P layer into Monero is in development. This will add even greater privacy protections when transacting in Monero. I2P will protect you from passive network monitoring, so that not only are your payments untraceable, but people snooping the network cannot tell you're even using Monero at all. Number 4. The quality of the development and research team behind Monero and their design goals are impressive. There are over 100 contributors behind the Monero project. Let me know your thoughts on Monero. Do you think Monero has a place for use as a digital currency, or do you think privacy may hinder Monero's widespread adoption? Do your own research, invest for your financial future. If you enjoyed this content, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when more videos are released. Have a great one.